Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we got revealed Dr. Ratio, Runmei, and two of our rerun characters for 1.6, which is Kafka and Blade. I thought I'd discuss each of these options and which one would probably be best for your account to go for, plus also including the banners. And if you guys enjoy videos like these, make sure to subscribe and also hit the like button to increase the chances of you getting the next 5-star you decide to go for. Without further ado though, let's talk about the characters of 1.6. I gotta say off the bat, by the way, the live stream was incredible. Make sure to check it out after this video or just whenever. But I thought I'd start off with the first half of 1.6, which is Runmei and Blade, and what they could offer for your account. When it comes to Runmei, she will be our first limited harmony character, and while the livestream didn't tell us too much, her kit so far from what we know is very interesting and has a lot of potential to be very powerful. Runmei will be able to increase the weakness breaking efficiency of all allies with her skill, which no other harmony character has been able to do this yet, and this is very strong for being able to get rid of those toughness meters even faster. And I also noticed this in the subtitles, since I do watch a lot of things in subtitles. It says in parentheses that there is also a damage increase, which is really interesting because this means that her skill will increase the weakness breaking efficiency for allies, and also there will be a damage increase to all allies as well. This likely was missed by a lot of people, since I'm not too sure how many people actually watch the live streams with subtitles, but I did end up noticing this. This makes her skill though incredibly valuable to what it can provide your team, since you'll be able to break weakness meters even faster and also deal more damage. What's even cooler about Runmei is that her ultimate deploys a field, similarly to Luocha's Abyss Flower field in a sense, and her field increases all allies all type resistance penetration, which is also very powerful for being able to deal even more damage to enemies. And Runmei's field can also mark enemies, and when they are marked, it'll prolong their weakness break. So the enemy will be delayed an additional turn before they recover their toughness meter, and also Runmei will deal additional ice damage. This is really good because being able to delay an enemy's weakness break will just allow you to deal so much damage to them within the time that they are weakness broken, so this is a huge thing in my opinion. Runmei's technique will also start the battle with the equivalent of her skill active, which is that weakness breaking efficiency and damage, and also in Simulated Universe, the toughness reduces at the start of the fight, and the more buffs you have, the more toughness reducing damage is increased, and extra additional ice damage is also increased. Runmei will definitely be fun to play in Simulated Universe for sure, and her potential when it comes to improving the damage and weakness breaking efficiency of a team makes her an incredibly valuable slot for many to consider picking up. As for Blade, Blade has remained mostly the same relevancy from before in my opinion. He's still an awesome win DPS option for either a sub DPS slot, which an example of a sub DPS slot can be him and Jingliu for example, or even your main damage dealer, as Blade is able to deal quite a lot of damage on his own, and his follow-up attacks that he also has in his kit, and being able to self-heal himself also within his skill kit makes him a very strong but also self-sustaining damage dealer as well, who has better survivability than most of our other characters. I of course still pair him with a healer, since Luocha is of course his best friend, but his self-sustainability is definitely something you shouldn't overlook. I would still consider Blade pretty valuable for accounts, but when it comes to how many DPS characters you already have on your account, if you already have a good amount, then picking up a supportive character like Runmei will likely be your best option here. I thought I'd also go over the value of their banners, so honestly this banner is definitely one of the best in my opinion. Shui, Tingyun, and March 7th will be on Runmei's and Blade's banner, which March definitely gets better with her Eidolons for her supportive capabilities for the team and sustaining the team, but the main two that are very valuable here is Tingyun and Shui. Shui will be a new Quantum Destruction character, who interestingly enough also has things in her kit revolving around weakness breaking. Very coincidental, I would say. Shui is able to hit an enemy and adjacent enemies with her skill, and her talent is also pretty interesting, since when Shui or an ally reduces an enemy's toughness meter, Shui will gain a stack of karma, which is stackable for up to 8 times as we see from the stream, and when she gets enough stacks, Shui will launch a follow-up attack with her super cool ninja animations on an enemy, and better yet, her ultimate will also hit a single enemy, but also reduce their toughness meter regardless of their weakness type. They don't even have to be weak to quantum. She's still gonna reduce it. And the more toughness depleted, the more damage she could deal with her ultimate, which will make her and a very certain 5-star, Rune Mei, a very powerful combination. Rune Mei literally increases the weakness breaking efficiency of allies, so I have no doubt these two are going to be incredibly powerful together, which is honestly great because they're on the same banner. So if you pull on Rune Mei's banner, you basically have a DPS character, which is Shui Yi, and a very strong supportive character on the team, which is Rune Mei. Ting Yun is also great, since the attack, damage buffs, and energy she provides for allies, and Ting Yun has been a staple in many teams for the incredible support she brings, so Ting Yun is always worth investing into, and if you don't have her, definitely consider picking her up. Overall though, this banner is very, very good, so that definitely helps with the value of these two banners as well. Now though, I thought I'd go over the second half of 1.6. We'll be getting Dr. Ratio and Kafka, which come to find out, Dr. Ratio is actually going to be given for free. I think this is amazing, and I'll be likely going over this way more in another video for you guys. But when it comes to Dr. Ratio, honestly, the main reason you would want to pull on this banner is if you do want those Eidolons for him. Which, since we don't have the Eidolons, unfortunately, I can't go over that. He is a single target follow-up damage dealer, so this is really good, and in a future video, I'll talk a little more about this when it comes to potential teams. I do think Kafka being in the second half is interesting, since for those who did miss her, now is your chance to get her. If you are interested in the enhanced damage over time playstyle, Kafka will be the one for that. Kafka is also a character I see consistently getting better over time because of her being a damage over time enabler. Depending on what Black Swan does, this might put Kafka teams very high up on the market for a very powerful team. So if you're more so looking at Kafka, I would likely say to look at maybe Kafka and Black Swan for your options. Rune Mei might very well be very strong on Kafka teams too though, because what she brings to a team is very beneficial for plenty of teams. And once we know more about Rune Mei, I'll be able to 100% confidently say this, or once I'm able to of course play them both together, I'll let you guys know. But the potential is definitely there in my opinion, especially when it comes to her assisting a break unit on the team. For example, break Sushong or even break Luca. Physical break is really strong, and because of her increasing weakness breaking efficiency for allies, this will be even better. The second half of the banners are alright, but nothing I would say is honestly super good. Sushong is a pretty nice choice, Natasha could be great for heals, and Hook could be an option for DPS, but if none of these characters honestly interest you, then the banner value is quite low. Plus, I don't personally believe this banner beats out the other banner at all, since Shui Yi looks like a very interesting DPS option, and Ting Yun is also an incredible support. So overall, which character and banner looks like the best option? Personally, I'm going to go with Rune Mei, since I think her banner is very good, plus her as a character is very unique in what she's going to be able to provide for teams. But if you have been waiting for Blade or Kafka's rerun and you really want them, at the end of the day, playing who you like is the best thing to do. I thought I'd just share my thoughts though on which character and banner has the most value in my eyes when it comes to the 1.6 lineup. That'll be all from me though, and I'd love to know, what do you guys think about our 1.6 characters to pick from? I will be making more videos on them very soon and more in depth on what I think about them, but for right now, here are my thoughts, and I'd love to know, who are you guys going for? Also, very happy we are all getting that free Dr. Ratio. I think this is incredible, and I hope everyone also enjoys him once we do get him in game as well, so that'd be awesome. I hope you guys though did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button to support the video, and like always, I hope you all have a great one. Peace.